It may be picturesque, but this is a landscape in peril. The driest July in over a century has left the river Itchen well below where it should be. It's why Southern Waters imposed a hosepipe ban for customers to protect the environment and what they use.
We know that people who use a hosepipe, it's 1,000 litres for an hour, which is more than one person will use in a whole week. So we're just asking people to stop using water for some of those things that perhaps aren't necessary, just while we've not got any rain.
The ban only applies to households and not businesses like this garden centre. Anyone caught breaking it could be fined £1,000. But shoppers here are supportive, wary of our changing climate.
I think we'll all have to try and do different sort of planting in our gardens, more Mediterranean things that survive the drought.
More important things than grass, especially the rivers and the animals in the rivers, the fish.
I think the water companies, instead of looking after shareholders, should start investing in the future.
Southern's hoping peer pressure will mean people follow the rules and is even encouraging customers to snitch on serial offenders.
The ground here is unbelievably dry. The grass is, well, it's more like straw. And so in these kind of conditions, anyone who is still using a hosepipe will be pretty easy to spot because their lawn will still be green while everyone else's will be brown and parched.
Well, at the moment it should be at least a foot higher under normal conditions.
But wildlife campaigners say the onus to save water shouldn't be on residents alone, calling on water companies to do more to prevent leaks.
These are short-term mitigation measures. You know, there has to be something more robust in the future. We can't just rely on putting hosepipe bans in just to, a little bit. There's, infrastructure issues all over the place with water companies that need to be addressed that will save a lot more water than we do just by not using a hosepipe.
And it's not just this region that's suffering. The drought has seen the source of the Thames outside Cirencester dry up, shifting it 5 miles downstream from its official start point.
We are very concerned about the impacts on river environments and wildlife in those rivers. And of course, the hosepipe ban is in some areas is one of the mechanisms to reduce consumption, reduce demand.
Another hosepipe ban will come into force across Kent and Sussex next week. But there are now even parts of Fife in Scotland where water is scarce. And with no end in sight to the hot, dry weather, it may not be long before there are more restrictions. Ivor Bennett, Sky News, Hampshire.